This is not an unboxing or a video, it's just me going to talk about a G-Shock related topic, and I'm just unboxing this thing for visual purposes. Basically, my schizophrenic brain right now is seeing some kind of pattern and I want you guys to see it as well. Back in 2015, Casio introduced a new generation G-Shock, first ever in full metal body. This G-Shock is called the Dream Project #1. Basically, G-D 5000 series. I even made a video about it like 9 years ago, so check it out. While I'm opening this thing, so how to do this? Just plate it and sell it. I don't need a gold G-Shock, just a gold-plated G-Shock. Believe it or not, 3 years later after they announced the Project Watch, and then we got the first ever full metal G-Shock that looked exactly the same like the Project model called GMWB 5000 TFG model. It was designed based on the origin DW5000 released back in 1983. It has a really cool box, but just this thing? Essentially, this GD5000 G-Shock, basically a square G-Shock like one of these, was based or was created in celebration of the past, of the G-Shock release from the past. Alright, now that I got 2 of them, I guess that's the meme right now, so if you know, you know. Anyway. Now check it out, skip to the year 2023, just in case you forgot, Casio also announced another dream project called, well, Dream Project Part 2. Based off a new brand new G-Shock watch called G-D001. It is a skeleton-like design and basically showcasing all of the data that they receive. Alright, I'm gonna give you guys an example. Check this out. Look at that. Do you see that graph in there? Look at that. That was drawn by data. I would say efficient shock absorbing structure, and that's the result of their testing. So they basically input all this data they gained from testing this G-Shock watch, this G-Shock, all this G-Shock watch over here into an AI model, and that's the reason why this watch looks the way it is. The most efficient way for a shock absorbing structure to be built. Now, I'm going to read an article, which I'll link to in the description box as well, by saying, challenge and evolution are the identity of G-Shock, and describe the second dream project G-D001, commemorating the 40th anniversary of the birth of G-Shock as next generation G-Shock, completely different from anything that has come before. Instead of looking, like all this past model and create a G-Shock watch based from the past model, this GD001 is a G-Shock that will represent all of this upcoming G-Shock in the future. So it's transitioning all the G-Shock watch into new design, say one of these, meaning we got trans G-Shock before GTA 6. It's just a joke. Now that I look back, this looks kind of gay. For real though, expect to see more crazy and wild G-Shock design in the future, not necessarily meaning ugly, but wild design. And by future, I mean right now. G001 was announced on 2023 and today's 2025, so we are in the future. And now that brings me to the second thing that I'm saying that I want to share as well. Remember back in 2015, I think Casio already applies what they learned from manufacturing this gold 18 karat G-Shock watch into a production model without we even realizing it. And I was referring to the G-Steel. The G-Steel G-Shock watch GSTW100 or 110 at the time was released back in 2015 alongside with the GDB 5000. So they know how to cut, chop, shape metal into a unique shape, and then thus the G-Steel was born. And alongside with that, in between 2015 to 2018 until the GMWB 5000 came out, we got the MTG, cool looking complex shape MTG, we got an MRG, we got the Golf Master, even a brand new G-Shock Frogman. Skip to today, 2023, there's concept watch, and then 2024, 2025 today, we already see all this in-between G-Shock watches, which that brings me to the first example, being MTGB 4000, just released recently as I'm filming this on July. So the MTGB 4000, if you look at the casing, especially on the side profile of it, it looks exactly the same as the concept watch GD001. You can see the similarities there. So they already applied what they learned from making the concept into the MTG B4000, and that's the first example. Next up, I'm going to read the quote now. The bearing for the gears that move the analog hands are made with plentiful rubies. I'm talking about the GD001, just like those used in mechanical movement, and some of the gears are made with ultra-precise gear produced using cutting-edge semiconductor manufacturing methods. So we're looking at metal gears now, not just some plastic gears, for example, like they use on making one of these. So they could make complex movement, but they didn't use metal, they used plastic. Now Casio transitioning into metal, and they use the word quote mechanical movement like thing, meaning, well, we could already see that being applied. This technology, the idea that they have, being applied on production model called Casio Edifice Watch EFK100, just released recently as well. Yes, I know Casio just cycle Seiko NH25 movement on it, and they try to fight all this or enter the automatic movement market. But you could clearly see the trajectory that they're going, and they could already show us that they could make their own movement. But for now, they're just using or recycle all the movement first and to see if there's a market to this or not. And it seems like there is. And that's bringing me to my speculation, just one. Think about what we got is that the new G-Steel G100 series was also released alongside with the MTG B4000, believe it or not. That's right. 4000 just released recently, and alongside not GST 200, 300, 400, but they re-released GST 100 series. I think this is to celebrate the first G-Steel alongside with a concept watch. And believe it or not, since G-Steel was released in 2015 and this year is 2025, and that makes the G-Steel right now are coming to their 10-year anniversary. So I will not be surprised if Casio were to use this G-Steel as a base model and add perhaps an automatic movement, which is also shock resistant. They already proven that they could do it in a way. So it's not surprising at all if a G-Steel will be the first one to have automatic movement, because also the MRG will be it, but the G-Steel sort of like priced at the range that most people could afford. It's probably the best way to promote this thing. Also explained that the model was developed by a younger generation with the assistance of veterans who had been making G-Shock up until now. That's right, guys. We got new and younger designer, and that's pretty much explained the G8V01. Perhaps all those minimalist small size G-Shock we got from last year, like the G8-2300, all this minimalist small size G-Shock, I have a feeling those were influenced by all this younger designer. Maybe. Whatever they say, ugly or freak, at the end of the day, we love our G-Shock watch. And big brain time is over. Let me know what do you think. What do you see? Do you see what I see? Do you see the pattern that they keep going here? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let me know down in the comment section. Or should Casio just fire the new designer just like both of these CAO got fired? Subscribe to see more schizophrenic G-Shock content like this. I'm just talking about G-Shock related topics, not a regular G-Shock review video. But anyway, I'm just rambling now. Thank you very much for watching. This is G-Shock Hot Fashion channel. And